Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a meat.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
On. Do these boots scream, she's an electrician to you? That's what I'm going for here. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the van build. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, this is Toby, and we're in the middle of building out our little home on wheels. If you're interested to see how it all turns out, make sure you stick around because we show you exactly how we get it done. So in this video, I'm going over my electrical stuff. It's a little unorganized to start because, as we all know, I'm new to everything here and I'm trying to figure things out as I go. So yeah, let's stop the chit chat and get to it. You want to do this for me? Is this your workstation? Okay, so this is what I'm going to do with this box. This little square area right here, that is 14¼ by 8½, and it is meant to fit my distribution panel. So this I can't even say it. This distribution panel is meant to house all of my DC appliances here and my AC appliances there. It's a one-stop shop for all of my electrical glory. I picked this out because it is the most organized way I can put everything in here and the most efficient and the clearest way to get anything of this sort done with no experience. So that is why I selected this. So it fits. Okay, so the next thing I gotta do is create a little tunnel for my wires to feed into my box through this thing that I found. So I'm gonna use it. Okay, it started to rain outside, but you know what? I got myself a canopy, so I think we'll be okay. I finished cutting the holes. This is for my distribution panel. This over here is for all the wires that are gonna feed into my box. I just finished staining and protecting the top piece for this guy. So I just need it to dry. There it is. And then I'm going to install it on top and then get my batteries all situated in there and stuff. Ooh, it's getting wet in here. I had to close the sliding door because water was getting inside of my van, but that's okay because I got a light. Okay, so it's not completely dry. I'm gonna have a lunch break, come back, and maybe it'll be dry by then. It also got a little wet outside. I mean, sorry, I feel like I'm yelling. I still have music playing. I had the canopy over it, but wind is a thing that probably splashed some water on it. Not that I feel like it is a big deal, but it's just an annoying deal is what it is. All right, so I got my battery car seat all ready. It just needs to dry up. So while that dries, I am going to clean up all of my components, all of my wires using alcohol wipes. I don't know if you can see actually, but there's a bunch of dirt, dust, and dog hair all over it, and we want to make sure we get the best connection possible. And in order to do that, we need to clean everything, and to clean everything, we use alcohol. So I'm going to tidy up this area, get it ready for that car seat that I'm calling it, get these batteries ready, get my wires ready, and just start laying things out. It's getting a little late, kind of. So I don't know if I want to actually start connecting things, but I want to prepare myself for tomorrow so I can just focus all day tomorrow with getting things connected. And yeah. It's not my best work, but it works. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna call it quits today and work on this tomorrow. First thing tomorrow. not raining right now. Hello. It's not raining right now, but it might. So we're preparing ourselves for the worst. Isn't that right? This is scary. Everything that you see right here is everything that I'm gonna use and will need to get my battery set up. So let me show you exactly what I plan to do to get this all set up.
Hey, how's it going? It is voiceover Sarah. I'm gonna be real with you. This is my 10th time doing this, so hopefully this is it. So to start, I have two 100 amp hour lithium ion batteries that I plan on putting together in parallel, meaning I'm going to be connecting the negative terminal to the negative terminal and positive terminal to the positive terminal. Need to draw a little thicker there. From the positive terminal, I am going to have it go through a 250 amp ANL fuse. And that is what the fuse holder looks like. From there, the wire is going to go to a 300 amp disconnect or a kill switch before heading over to this fella, which is a Victron 6-way mega fuse holder. So that is actually the end of the road for our positive wire. Let's move on to the negative wire. So the next thing we have is our negative wire. We're going to take a wire from the negative terminal of the opposite battery and have it go directly to our bus bar. Another option I could have done, and I will do later, is to add a shunt for a battery monitor. I would have to put that between the battery and the bus bar, but I don't have it, so we're not doing it.
All right, so now that we know exactly how I plan on getting this done, we just gotta start doing. Okay, so one of the first things that I really want to do actually is measure the distance of where my batteries are and where I plan on putting these. What I want to do is make both of these wires as even in length as possible. I need to figure out which one has the longest distance and use that as my measuring. I have a feeling it's gonna be this guy. I didn't mention this before, I don't think. These are 2 gauge wires, and I plan on using it for this entire diagram that I showed you. Okay, so the next thing I have to do is strip these up to about a 7/8 inch so I can get these lugs on there. Now, the challenge here is that I don't have the tool to do this effectively, and I refuse to buy it because they're outrageously expensive, and this is gonna be it for the time that I use it. I'm gonna do my best to see what I can do with the tools I do have. These are meant for smaller gauge wires. Hey, so I got started with everything, and unfortunately there's one thing that I'm missing that I can't do with what I have, and that is a crimping tool for large gauge wires. I tried using this thing and it worked the first time, but it's starting to cut a little bit and I don't want that to happen, so gotta go to the store. I think the worst part about having to stop what I'm doing and going to the store is breaking down everything and putting it away so no one comes by and steals it. I'll keep the canopy up, but I'll throw this in the garage. So, I know I'm always talking about Home Depot, but you know what I forgot about? I forgot about Arbor Freight Tools. They're like the Walmart of Home Depot, so I signed up for it, got a little membership, picked up this crimping tool, which will be good for all of the things above, all of the wire sizes, including 0, which I don't have, but you know, now I have the option, and it cost me, the original price was $69.99, but because of my membership that I signed up for, I got a coupon discount of 20% off, so it ended up costing me $55.99, plus he hooked it up with a free work light. This is the hydraulic crimping tool that I picked up. It's heavy, it smells weird. This whole thing is oily. The whole thing is oily. Wow, it's grossly oily. Don't eat anything while you're doing this, because you're just don't do it. I was going to. The reason why I bring that up is because I bought myself some Cheez-Its. Also, do not recommend. I mean, they're delicious, but they're not good for you. There we go. Okay. Now, on. Yes! We love it! Okay, I got one. Now we gotta do the rest. Okay, ran into another snag. I need more of these. I ruined one of them, and I need a total of, well, let's look at my diagram here. 11, 12. I need a total of 12. My kit only came with 10. I ruined one, so really I only have 9 available. Crap. So 1, 2, 2. Okay, let's see if Ace Hardware has them. I'm looking for a wire lug. Oh, it's to put at the end of a wire so you can, connect it to other things like. Okay, thank you. Guess what? This train just arrived to Frustration Station, and your girl's not loving it right now. As you know, so far today, I run to the store to pick up this, and then I had to run to the store because I called Ace Hardware to see if they had these terminal lugs in the size that I wanted, and they did not. Well, they said they did. Sorry, they said they did, so I drove all the way out there, and it turned out they didn't actually have the ones that were for me, for my size. They did have some, but not for my size. Then I called Home Depot. They didn't have it because I didn't want to drive all the way out there just to get the same result. I called Lowe's. They also didn't have it, and it's just driving me nuts that no store on planet Earth has these lugs in the size that I need in stock for me to just roll up and pick up. I have to order everything online, which is incredibly frustrating because I'm already like way behind with my build, I feel like, and it's mainly because I just I never have anything that I need. Ooh, I know what I can do today because I have a feeling I'm gonna have to go to the store again anyway to find more things. I'm gonna see if I can get these on my batteries. I mean, they're just gonna connect to each other. They're not gonna connect to anything else. So I wonder if I can get those together, see if I can do it with the tools that I have. So let's see what tools I need to get this together, and hopefully I have them. And if I don't, I will go to the store and get them. But I want to eat some Cheez-Its first. Oh, I forgot to have lunch. So if you read the instructions and everything that they'll tell you online, but it's also here in the battery instructions, it says do not, in capital D-O-N-O-T, do not connect batteries in series. Doing so can cause catastrophic failure, so we don't want to do that. Okay, so before I put them together, I'm gonna go ahead and take some alcohol and clean the terminals off, and all of the terminals, so that all the dust and dirt and dog hair is off and it can get the best connection possible. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a me. So looks back at my footage and I know exactly what happened and why it happened the way it did. So let this be a lesson learned for all of us. But what happened was when I was getting the bolt off of one of the positive terminals from the battery, the other end of this touched the terminal on the other battery, and then that's what caused it to spark. Well, let's get a slow-mo, shall we? I'm not sure if this is a me. God. Good afternoon from the next day. So I'm really excited. As I think I mentioned yesterday, I ordered the terminal rings for this 2-watt wire size, and it arrived before noon. How cool is that? So I can get to work. So let's do it. No more chatting. Let's do this.
We're driving down the boulevard, cruising with the windows down, feeling like we run this town. Your song is on the radio, the one you always like, the one that always gets you psyched. We've been drinking all the cheap wine all night, acting stupid but it feels so right. I know that we will all be just fine, but tonight.
Sup. Okay, so let me tell you what I just got done so far. I just finished putting all these wires together. This end is gonna go to the battery. This end is gonna go to my fuse holder bus bar thing. This is where all of my, I'm calling this the hub for all the live wires. So that's the direction this is going. The reason why I put it all together right now like this is so I can start measuring my negative wire to be equidistant to this. And that way the wires are similar length in the system itself. I don't know why it has to be that way, but I've read it a million times already that it's the best method, best plan of attack. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna get my negative in. Dang it. Are you dying over there, Tobi? You can go in the shade. Nobody is forcing you to be in the sun. It's gonna be one of those days. Okay, so this is my Victron 6 by Mega Fuse Holder. It's essentially a bus bar of all of the hot fuses that would otherwise go directly onto the battery. Instead, it's going to be located here in the central hub. This right here, this metal plate, connecting them all to this metal plate will allow it to give even distribution of power. Here is my 300 amp disconnect switch, or kill switch as I call it. The battery is going to be connected on one end, and then the rest of the power will be connected on the other end. So this will be connected to my positive Mega Fuse holder. What this basically does, it is the Gandalf of my system. It either allows current to pass or not to pass, so everyone can get power or not. So when it's in the on position, it's like this. I think of it like a bridge. It's allowing the current to flow through. When it's off, it's like this. The drawbridge is now up and current is not allowed to flow through. Pick whichever analogy makes sense to you. I like the Gandalf one. Once I get all of this connected to the batteries and to their proper bus bars, everything else will be easy peasy lemon squeezy to connect to the system. I'm calling this right here the system. This is the system. Okay, cool. Let's go.
I just wanna dance it off. Ignore the world with me tonight. Wanna dance it off. Put your body next to mine. I can't get the smile off my face. Don't really have a reason why, but I don't even have to try. This feeling is here to stay. Let's keep it going all night. Don't stop till we see sunlight. We've been drinking all that cheap wine all night. Acting stupid, but it feels so right. I know that we will all be just fine, but tonight I just wanna dance it off.
Let's get our inverter stuck now. Oh, I need to feed it through here. And then we're wash it. Singable.
What are you talking about on here? There's no way. There was like 12 of the big ones,
There is-
right?
Yes. Sorry, I am not filming a lot because this is something I just really need to concentrate on, but this is what we have so far. Batteries are connected in parallel. They're here in the positive bus bar, or fuse holder, negative bus bar, and then we also have my inverter charger connected, and he doesn't know what to do with that.
No, these are supposed to go on before.
Oh. Okay, that's on, and then nothing turned on. You missed the exciting scream that I just had, but for some reason the setup wasn't working, and then I went ahead and tightened all the bolts, and it turned out the fuse that I have over here, it wasn't super tight. And now look at that. You hear that noise? That noise is beauty. That noise is Renogy. Hey. Okay. Oh. So if I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea how I was going to structure this video because I knew with this electrical stuff, I really needed to focus on it and didn't want to spend too much time talking to the camera, I suppose. But now that I finished 2 parts of it, I'm super excited and I can show you exactly what I got done. Oops. Okay, so here we are. We got our 2 batteries here. I got 2 100 amp hour lithium batteries. We're going positive terminal to positive terminal, negative to negative. Then on one battery bank, I have the negative terminal, or negative wire going all the way down here to the negative bus bar. And then the other memory bank or battery bank, I have it going to a 250 amp fuse, a kill switch, and then down to this bus bar, or sorry, this mega fuse bar. Right now, all I have is my inverter charger. Goes right through there, and then we got the negative one going right through there. And just like that, on. Okay, so this was probably one of the coolest things that I've done so far in this build, next to cutting my windows and my fan. I am so excited that it works. A little update, I did a little switcheroo with my mega fuse holder. Before, I had my battery wire connect to the side where that copper strip was without a fuse, and I decided I wanted a little extra protection, so I added a 250 amp fuse to it, and now I have a little extra protection in my system, so that makes me feel a little better. I know I wasn't able to accomplish more than just this, but to be honest, this was the hefty part of it. This was the heaviest part of it. So now when I get my distribution panel connected, my charge controller for my solar panels connected, it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy because it's already set up. The next thing I'm gonna be doing this weekend is actually my solar system. So I'm gonna get my solar panels up, and I'm gonna get my charge controller set up, and I will definitely be installing the charger part of the inverter charger. So yeah, I'm excited. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. This is so cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know how I did, and if I did anything wrong and you think my system's gonna blow up tomorrow. Would really love to know that. Have a good one. I'll see you next week.